Hello everyone and welcome to my page, Messages from Venus. You guys, I'm going to be doing a seafood boil and chit-chatting with you guys a little bit. This seafood boil I bought at Cap't Loui Seafood Boil. The location is this. I'm not even going to show my face because I just came from work. I'm exhausted. I'm tired. But I bought it myself. This is not a sponsored video. Oh, they also have other locations. I want to say that they're all... Oh no, they're not all in the state of New York. There are two locations in the state of New York, and then they have other locations in other states as well. So again, Cap't Loui. I'm gonna give it my review. They do deliver, you guys. These are the times. They have a really good menu. The reason why I know about this place is because when I used to do Postmates and I used to deliver and stuff, I came about this place, right? So I found this place, which, hold on, I'm gonna just do this, y'all, and just see what I can do. But I have picked up an order from here, and it just smelled absolutely delicious, and I'm just setting everything up as I talk to you guys, because I don't know how long or short of a video this is gonna be. But this is the bag that they gave me, and then I'll be putting all the garbage in here. And talking to you guys about what's been going on with my life, etc. They do give you guys gloves, they give you guys napkins, this stuff here to, I guess, put whatever it is that you don't want. So let's get started. I am going to say that I am, oh, and then I also have a Coors Light here. I am going to say that I am thankful for the things that I have, the things that I don't have. And I've been a little bit off of social media, as you guys may or may not have noticed, because I've been going through a lot. Just trying to learn how to be like a leader, how to have patience, how to be more organized has been a little bit of a challenge for me, honest to God. Having a relationship with myself, learning to love myself, being single again, which is something that I'm not going to talk about in this video because it involves other people. It's not just me. So you see, you guys, oh, Cap't Loui Seafood, whatever. I shouldn't say whatever, right? It's because it is a place, and I'm gonna give it a review while I talk to y'all. So, and I have my little lemons, my limes, or whatever. But anyway, you guys, I have experienced a breakup. Yes, my ex-boyfriend and I have broken up 1,000 times and then some, but this time it is a little different because I feel like this is the end of the road for the both of us. There's been one too many things happening behind closed doors in both of our lives, and I feel like we both deserve to be happy. Yes, he broke up with me, and I'm not afraid to say that. I feel like a lot of people are afraid to say, like, oh, he broke up with me or she broke up with me, and it's like all about ego and all this stuff. But it's not like that for me, because I love this man and I will always love this man, and there's other parties involved. So I'm not going to sit here and get into too much of a detail of what exactly happened or what hasn't happened, because I also feel like the lesson for next year for me is to learn to have boundaries with people and not to be afraid of life. And before we get into why I'm afraid of life, I'm going to show you guys what I have here. So I have potatoes, I have snow crabs, and corn is what I have. And this is lemon pepper is what I chose. If you guys hear knocking on my door or people talking behind my door, it's because I have my roommate on this side of the second floor where I rent this room. She's like a child. So sometimes she knocks at my door. Sometimes she wants to talk and stuff, and so when I'm doing videos, it's sometimes kind of difficult because it's literally dealing like with a child. Oh, this smells delicious, and it's hot, y'all. I went all the way to 125th Street, like from work to 125th Street to get this stuff. This is fantastic. It smells delicious. They put a lot of onions in it. I'm gonna get my first taste before I continue to start talking and yapping and going off. Let me see. The lemon pepper, and this is with butter, the lemon pepper doesn't taste as lemony as you would think. Which is good. Why? Because I have potatoes and I have corn in here. So this is good. Yeah. As like I'm telling you guys, I have been experiencing a breakup. I've been healing. It's only been a few days since I found out a lot of truths that weren't told to me. And a lot of truths that I didn't tell myself. And I don't blame my ex or anything. I love him very much, because when I was going through my situation with my ex prior to him, it was like we went through so many things and getting to know each other, and also me hiding like what I was going through in my previous relationship, and that I was still dealing with that. So I understand what happened and why it happened and what I did wrong, because I'm not like this person that's like, oh my god, he did this and this and this and I didn't do that and that. No. This has been a long time coming. Like, I'm not the easiest person to deal with. I'm not the easiest person to deal with. I could be kind, I could be nice, but I have an attitude. You tip my scales and I'm gonna go off. So I understand. I also understand that when something's for you, it's for you, and you shouldn't have to like convince the other person that you love them. They should just know that, you know what I mean? Or that they do things, or that you do things, or that they do things for you because you love them. So, and if that is the case where you guys have to like convince your partner or do things for your partner, and it's not healthy, and somewhere along the line the tower will break, you'll get the tower card, and then you can either rebuild the relationship in some way, shape, or form, or just let it go completely. I think my roommate's coming, but I locked the door. So that's what's going on with me. On top of that, I've been dealing with like credit fraud. I had just found out about it, even though it's been going on since September. Somebody took out a credit card under my name, and they tried to get a house in Florida under my name, which is just insane to me. Absolutely insane. I'm gonna get, because I'm thirsty. It's absolutely insane, but the shit happened. It does happen. And there's nothing you can do about it other than, well, no, let me take that back. There's a lot of things you can do about credit fraud. And there are resources out there to help you do what you have to do in regards to credit fraud when somebody does do credit fraud on you. And I'll tell you this, it's kind of like degrading in the sense. It's not that serious to some people, but it is serious to me. And I learned that once I do have kids, because I will be having children, I'm not going to stay alone for the rest of my life. That's not going to happen. I will be having my kids. I will be having what I need, but in due course, in due time. But what was I going to say? So it's important because I feel like I was never taught like you could freeze your credit once you're 18, because these things happen, you know? So that's something that I will be doing for my kids. When I have them. You guys, this is good. Approved by Maddie. When I have my children, that I'm going to freeze their credit. And the reason why I found out was because someone called and they were like, oh, you haven't been making your payments. The person made that one payment, and I took out a credit card. And the same person that took out the credit card tried to get a house under my name because the credit card has charges in Florida as well. They did a whole scam, a whole thing. And they thought that was okay to do. And so I reported the shit. Because there's people that go through situations where they're like, oh, it's not me. Just take it out of my credit report. And then the credit bureaus are obliged to take it out of your credit report. Or whatever. Put it under somebody's name. There's so many schemes that you can do. But that's not something that I would play with because I know what my goals and aspirations are. So I would never play with that. And you would ask, like, so how did this happen to you, Maddie, when you're like on Credit Karma and all of this stuff that you have? Well, the reason why it happened to me is because I had lost my job back in the summer and I was overdue on a lot of things. So I'm thinking my credit wasn't excelling because of that, because I had so many things that were like 30 days past due, 60 days, 90 days past due. And let me put a little bit of lemon on this. And that's why I didn't think about it. I didn't think to check my credit to see what was going on. I didn't think to do any of that. So if you guys have Credit Karma, don't be naive like me and feel like, oh, it's all you. If you see that your credit isn't moving and you know that you're making your payments, even though the payments are late, they're supposed to be moving your credit. So my credit plummeted to like 535. Literally plummeted. And I thought it was totally normal due to the fact that I had lost my job and I didn't make payments and stuff. I still have the car. And that's another story. But if you guys experience credit fraud, you're supposed to report it to the company. If the company doesn't contact you and you know you didn't do it, report it to the company that that is giving you the services, or they took out the credit card or the house or the note on, or whatever the case is. You know, you report it to them. They'll take it off your credit report. They'll do the investigation, and then you also have to do a police report. So how did that happen? I don't know. But then again, I've been going through so much that I probably was paying like a bill outside and somebody heard my social security. They noted the social security down, and then bam, like they got a whole credit card under my name. So I think that's what happened. That's how that happened with my credit. So if you ever experience credit fraud, that's what you're supposed to be doing. It's a little sad because you won't be able to go to certain places. You won't be able to do certain things. Your credit is going to be frozen for an extended period of time. It's supposed to be like 90 days until they finish their investigation to see like who did it, where did the card go, and they could charge those people with grand larceny. So it's serious stuff. It's serious stuff. I have to learn to just be more careful when it comes to my credit and stuff, and learn how to imagine myself a little bit better and not think that everything is me, or like that I'm at fault for things and stuff. And that's what that's teaching me. With the whole credit situation. It also is teaching me to say no and have boundaries, y'all, because I'm really bad at that. I'm really, really bad at that because I feel sympathy for everyone. And sometimes people can just think that it's okay to, that you feel sympathy for everyone and want to help and stuff. And then you end up in certain situations that you necessarily did not want to be in, but then you do it anyway. You just kind of have to like learn your way around it, type of a situation. You know, this place probably uses, I can't believe it's not butter because it doesn't even taste that salty, honestly. But it's good. But what else am I going through? I have family members that have been diagnosed with like terminal illnesses and stuff. And that's something else that I've been dealing with. And having to see people that you love go through something like that and not know how you're going to tell them that you even know that they're going through stuff like that is tough, because you don't want to make them go into a deeper depression just because they're going through stuff. You don't want that because they already feel bad and down and out. So, if you're going through something like that, what you guys should do is just talk to the person that's going through it at your own time, because it's also, when you see somebody suffering and you're outside of the picture, it's not necessarily you that's suffering or physically suffering. You gotta give yourself time as well, because it's like you can't do anything. Like, okay, so I'm suffering emotionally, but you can't be selfish and say, oh, well, I'm suffering too, when this person is like on their deathbed. You know what I mean? Well, it's just tough. This entire year has taught me that I can transmute anything that I want, any situation, no matter how much I fail. No matter how much it hurts, no matter how much I don't want to go through situations, I can do it. And a lot of people can say what they want about my ex. I can kick and scream and say what I want about my ex, but it's just, I cannot deny the fact that even though I'm hurt, even though I feel betrayed, even though a lot of things have happened, I just can't stop myself from loving that person, and that's what hurts me the most. That's what hurts me the most, because I'm still here, stuck on stupid. And all the times, and I could just look back at all the times where I said like I hated him and all of this stuff was happening and I didn't want to do this, I didn't want to do that. In reality, I didn't hate him. I just kind of like hated the fact that I had to go through all of this for the reasoning behind everything that I was going through. And in all the reasons pointed to all directions except for love, you know, or like he did stuff or I did stuff to him, etc. And it just felt like it was just a plan, and it's outside of my frequency, because yes, I have my crowns, yes, I'm the queen, yes, this and that, but my frequency is unconditional love, where to the point where I kind of like questioned, like, do I know how to love unconditionally? Like, if this happens to me, do I know how to love unconditionally? Do I know what that means? And I literally had to question myself. And the answer was no. The answer was absolutely not. Because when you love somebody unconditionally, you literally, like, still love them. And there was a point where I'm like, I fucking hate this man. Like, if this man wasn't in my life, I wouldn't go through X, Y, and Z, X, Y, and Z, X, Y, and Z. But he was my angel when I needed him the most. When I needed somebody the most, he was there to talk to me. He was there to just be with me. Where I was getting ready to, like, I'm gonna just kill myself. Like, I was ready to just cut the shit off. Cut the whole shit off. Is where I was. You know, and a lot of people can say, you know, we prefer your previous ex before him. Ah, da, da, da. No, you don't. No, the fuck you don't. No, the fuck you don't. Because I knew that going into this relationship, I was gonna be some sort of, like, liability. And so was he. To me. Am I gonna miss him as a friend? Am I gonna miss talking to him? I'm dying slowly every day. I'm just being honest on camera. Even though I'm getting better every day, but I'm dying slowly every day as well. Because I still love him. Isn't that sad? But beautiful at the same time. Because now, that I tell myself, oh, Maddie, you don't, you know, I was telling myself that. I'm like, you don't know how to love unconditionally. Because if you did, and you all here preaching all this stuff, you would know that this is not the way. This is not the way you do things. I'm supposed to be leading by example. So no matter what he and I did to one another, no matter what's going on or what happened, or how many lies, what was the deceit, what was the exact reason behind the breakup, all of that doesn't matter. What matters is, how do I elevate from this situation? And that's something that I lost sight of for like the first 2.5 seconds. And my friends is like, Madeline, we want you to snap out of it. Like, this man, ba-da-da. And I kept telling myself, like, Madeline, snap out of it. This man, ba-da-da. But it's like I tell you guys, I have to lead by example. On the same token, and at the same token, learn to love myself and put myself first, and not be afraid to lose people or do things for people. Or do things for people that just because I feel like, oh, I'm afraid that I'm gonna lose them, or I'm afraid that they're gonna just leave my life. Then let them leave. I'm afraid of that, right? I could easily say, well, let them go. But I just have to make sure that my purpose is just to vibrate off of unconditional love, right? My purpose is to be an example to be had, and to lead by example. And I'm not gonna let this breakup do the same thing that my other breakup did to me, which was, it led me to the brink of like no return, to the point where I had hate in my heart for so long. I don't want to do this in this, I don't want to do that in this relationship. Not because, oh, like, yeah, like I could always, you know, use alchemy, I could always do this, I could always do that. But for this breakup, I feel like I've loved him so much and did so much for him, and he could be all the names under the sun, but at the end of the day, I still love that man. And I have to be brutally honest with myself. I have to tell myself, like, you love this person no matter what. Excuse me. And this is the reason why. These are the reasons why you love that person. And know that even when I'm moving on to the next relationship, or I move on to the next relationship, when I'm ready, because I'm not ready right now, I have to focus more on myself. I have to just tell myself, Madeline, don't be afraid to lose somebody. If they walk away from you, don't be afraid to lose somebody. And when one door closes, another one opens. And maybe you saying no to that person can help them also grow and heal, you know, to be better for themselves as well. And I don't know. I'm just very hurt, but I won't stop doing readings because I don't work that way. When I am going through something, that's when I like to help the most, because that's what distracts me the most. That's what distracts me the most of what's going on. I get to help other people. I feel useful. And it's like I tell you guys, as a reader, as a spiritual consultant, you get to see the ugliest sides of people, and the challenge is for you to continue to be on your P's and Q's. Because to me, unconditional love is the highest frequency you will ever find. And I'm not going to let any ridiculous situation, ungrateful energy, unbalanced energies, unwanted energies, like forceful energies that I don't like, because it makes me feel like I'm being raped in every sense of the word, and I hate that feeling. That I'm not gonna let that like deter me, and that's where the progression is. I'm not gonna let it deter me from my path, no matter who I end up with, no matter who I'm gonna be with. I'll tell you this, I'll never get back with my previous ex from this ex. Ha! Girl, bye. I don't give a fuck. He could be married tomorrow. There's no, not even a friendship there. At all. Like, at all. Because I still, in a sense, kind of like blame him for everything that I've gone through in this relationship, because I feel like he's always been like in the shadows, just like living there, you know, because the things that happened were never really validated, and he knows that, and that's something that I can never ever look back to, ever. I don't give a fuck what happens. I know today that I have myself, and it's okay. And we don't have to ever touch the subject again. No, that's how I feel. And I did it without any money that's owed to me. I will continue to do it. And if one thing has motivated me, is the fact that I have been doing the most. A little too much, if you ask. for everyone else, but except for me. And I've still been able to keep myself on afloat, even if it's living off of nickels and dimes, because I literally have become best friends with the 99-cent store, freaking Family Dollar, when you need to cook something up, put something together. I've learned a lot. Tricks of the trades to be able to survive on sometimes $15-20. And just prepare your lunch for the rest of the week until you get paid the next week. I've been there. I know what that feels like. And I will never trade this experience from the world. You know, I will never trade this experience. And that's something that my previous ex did not take away from me. And will never take away from me, because I learned and I did it on my own. I've moved twice since then. I've learned a little bit to say no, but I just have to be in a predicament where I'm in a serious relationship, or talking to somebody, and learn to say no. You know, people have to be independent, because what happens is when I don't allow people to be independent and I think I'm just doing it, whatever it is, whatever way I'm helping people, and I'm just, you know, helping them in whatever way possible in my mind, and also like just, you know, doing things for me at the same token, because I've done things for my most recent ex where things are under my name, and yes, I'm doing it for me, but I also did it for that person, but it was out of fear. And when things are done like that out of fear, they never prosper. And that's something that's where like I have to put my boundaries, because again, if I don't allow people to grow and I don't allow people to do things for themselves, I'm also being an enabler and a deterrent in that person's life, and I don't want to do that. Even if it's not a boyfriend, even if it's a friend. I've cut off a lot of friends, quote unquote friends, from my life due to the fact that like they thought I was the father of their children. And that's just not going to work for me, because I don't have kids of my own. I don't have like a responsibility just because I have a title of a godmother to their children, you know. That's something that happened in the past like 2-3 years, that I've been slowly getting rid of people and being more connected to family members, and being more open, being more free, and talking about my problems, as opposed to bottling them up and wanting to die because I feel like, oh, I can't take it or whatever. You know, I will never give that power to anyone ever again, to feel like, Madeline, you can't do this, because I can do it, because I have been doing it, you know. And like when I got kicked out of my parents' house, because of X, Y, and Z, you guys probably watched the video by now, but it helped me. You understand? It wasn't like I wasn't paying my own bills. It wasn't none of that. It was because my family felt like, you know what, you're choosing a man over us, and so you have to go. And I landed on my fucking feet. You know why? Because I prepared myself. I was just afraid. And again, that's that factor that, Maddie, you were afraid and you thought you were going to do it, and you did it. And you did it better than you thought you were going to do it, because even while you were unemployed, you freaking paid your bills, you know. Yeah, they were past due, but I still paid the most important bills and kept the roof over my head. And I experienced that. I went through that, and I can say I survived that. And that to me is very important. No matter what people say. Yeah, you guys, I think I'm done. No, I'm done. There's corn in there, and I'm not gonna eat it. Because I don't intake a lot of food, y'all. I do not. I've never been that much of an eater. I've never been friendly with food. But anyway, I survived that shit. Yes, I did. I'm an adult. And even when my mom used to call me, like, Maddie, you can do this, or she still calls, like, me and my mom speak every day. We even went on vacation together. We went to the Dominican Republic, and I have pictures, you guys, and I'll put on the internet. I have like a little clip or video clip of like my trip to the Dominican Republic, but we went out on vacations together, and those are the important moments that I feel like no one will ever in their existence take away from me, like my previous ex-boyfriend tried to take away. Like, I know that, you know, my most recent ex-boyfriend's actions weren't the best way to handle situations, but you know what? That's not up to me. I, again, give people to the universe, and I will continue to give people to the universe. I will not waste my time. Oh, what happened? I will not waste my time on going to no cemeteries and talking to nobody about nothing unless it's for a client and something that I'm doing that I'm paid for to do. But in my own personal sphere, unless it's like for prosperity rituals, health rituals, or like just like manifesting certain things, whether it's manifesting chaos or manifesting happiness, etc., I am not gonna do that, because I've learned to be an energy vampire. Okay, and when you're an energy vampire, even when people kind of like hate you or whatever, they love to hate you, so they're always going to be there, and they themselves give you energy to accomplish the things that you have accomplished, you know. And I feel like every time somebody did, like, you know, evil eye, or they didn't want me to succeed, or whatever the case is, or however the case ended up being, they're always going to be there just watching, number one. Number two, every time that they take something away from me, it escalates into something better. Like, for example, my current job, my past job, actually, the one that I lost in the summer, I didn't have that great of a benefits package. Like, yeah, they offered health insurance, but it wasn't as inexpensive as this health plan insurance is for me. They didn't have life insurance. They didn't have like a 401k that I was ever told that they had. And in this job, I have an excellent package. No matter what happens in this job, no matter what happens or what's going on in this job, as of right now, I feel like I'm still going to land on my feet. And I also feel like I'm gaining a lot of karma because I'm helping people get rid of debt, which is something that I'm going through right now, that I've been going through for the past 3 years. And to see myself take out $15,000 worth of loans and see that in 3 years I was able to bring that down by myself with all my bills, took out a car, I've moved twice, and I did it on my own in the past 3 years, and I brought down both of the loans to like $7,500, makes me absolutely like, just, I'm gagging over myself, because I literally did it myself. I am not really good at gold digging or anything like that, so that's not something that I would do to be able to get rid of more debt. On the contrary, people always gold dig me, or for the most part, they always like look at me for like that type of like support or whatever. And you guys are not gonna see my face, it is what it is, but hey guys. But that's what's been going on, and I just wanted to thank you guys for those of you that continue to like follow, support, etc. I'm grateful for you guys. I also want to tell you guys that I will continue to post videos. I'm telling you guys, I just have to if you guys hear noise, that's my roommate. She's probably cleaning stuff and stuff. But if I've been a little behind on videos and stuff, I'm always going to apologize, because there's little knickknacks like this, like my breakup, things that I've had to learn, I have to find a balance, and that's what I'm telling you guys. Like, I have to find a balance, and that's going to be one of the challenges that I have to overcome, is to find the balance and make boundaries with the balance at the same time. And I don't understand how I still don't have the grasp of that, because I'm really good at manifesting. Like, even when people mess me up, even when people you know, mess me over, it doesn't matter. I know that in the past 10 years I've been dealing with a whole bunch of karma from my past life experiences, and learning to say no, yes to the universe, even my spirit guides and stuff. I'm like, I don't want that. That's not fair. That's not what I want. How do I get from that, from what you're trying to have me settle for, to there, you know? And it takes a lot of like learning to love yourself, and I'm still learning, and I will continue to learn. And every day that I wake up, I'm going to be grateful for waking up, and I'm also going to be grateful for learning. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that you guys are ready for 2020 and all the blessings and all the roller coasters and all of the the towers that will be happening if you didn't experience them this year. A lot of surprises, a lot of good things. I feel like 2020 is going to be more good things than quote unquote bad things for me, but I have not done the yearly readings as of yet, so stay tuned for that as well. And just welcome to my channel. My channel is going to be an array of different things, from tarot cards to seafood boils to food reviews to deck reviews to beauty things, etc. Okay, ASMR. I'm gonna have everything on this channel because I let go of Maddie Vlogs and Does, and I just decided that this would be the best platform for me to put my stuff. So for those of you that are new, hello to all of you. And for those of you that have been here, hello to all of you too. And I'm very grateful and thankful, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.